on mission, solving mysteries in the night. Chasing shadows, finding answers, shining bright light. No one's left behind, in the darkness all alone. With a heart like a siren, she brings the lost ones home. Silent cries in the dark no longer have to be. For justice wheels keep turning, Granny on the beat. Broken voices find their power, call out hope again. When Granny's crime busters run, no victims left in pain. Bravery in her veins, truth she won't disguise. With a fire in her eyes, she's got nothing to deny. Granny fights for justice, never backs down from the call. For the voices and the missing, she'll stand tall.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I was running late getting together here. I hope everybody's having a good night. We're continuing our coverage on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Just wait here for a few minutes. Hello, Ginger Girl. Yeah, grab your cozy chair like Ginger said. Get on that comfy looking couch, right? So we have a couple of things to talk about. A couple of different things I wanted to talk about today, along with analyzing some statements that were made in the interview. So the first one, I'm just going to cover it, is I really liked, hello Canine, I really liked what Jennifer Coffindaffer had to say. Evidently she was getting some comments from the obstacles. Okay. So I'm going to share what she said. Make sure everybody can see that good. There we go. Okay. She said, I want to be clear on one point. I don't know what happened to Sebastian for sure. Right? None of us do. But what I do know is I will never support someone I believe abused Sebastian. By Chris Proudfoot's own admissions, Chris hit his autistic child Sebastian with a belt on at least 2 separate occasions. Sebastian sought help from school officials by reporting what Sebastian felt was abuse that he suffered at home. There are 5 CPS reports. Sebastian was exposed to an S abuser when Sebastian was young, resulting in Sebastian being SA'd. This was on his mother's watch. Chris took Sebastian's things away and threw them away, all because this autistic child did not clean his room to Chris's satisfaction. Chris made Sebastian wear diapers and boxed up and gave away Sebastian's underwear. These are the facts. I can't support this. Was Chris involved in Sebastian's disappearance? I will wait for Ellie to advise us one way or the other. What I won't do is not call balls and strikes when it comes to this case. I am committed to doing everything I can to find Sebastian. I am worried for him. I pray he is okay. Those that want to support Chris and Katie Proudfoot, I have not, nor will I demean you in any way or insult your conviction. I ask for the same respect. Sebastian is 16 years old now, and this was his last school photo. Right there. I really liked what she had to say, guys. And it's true. This paragraph that she said, I will never support someone I believe abused Sebastian. I stand behind that. I won't support that either, ever. And I know a lot of you won't. we don't know if Chris was involved in Sebastian's disappearance. And we are committed to him, aren't we? We pray for him. And that's the thing. Those that want to support Chris and Katie Proudfoot, that's true. You know, I don't allow any of us to demean or insult them in our chat, do I? We just don't allow that to happen here. We do call those people the obstacles because they like to criticize, demean, whatever. But it doesn't change the fact that all of these things in this first paragraph are true. So, what are your thoughts, guys, on what she said? Hello, Brenda Joe. I hope you're feeling all right today. Those match your thoughts and feelings as well, Ginger said. Yeah. They definitely match mine. I couldn't have said it better. In fact, I think she said it better than I have said it all these, well, for the past year, right? I liked the stand that she took. She's not afraid to say what she thinks, but she is always very diplomatic. You know, she doesn't cut down anybody. She just says it like it is. And that's what we think and feel here as well. So I wanted to share that. The next thing I wanted to share was a post about that video that was shown last night. Bentley Ravito says that that video was edited or doctored. Number one, you can still see the frame green line. I think they're talking about right down here in the video. You can clearly see rendering issues around the said Sebastian's head. AI declares this video a flop. So a green line in the bottom left corner of a video can be a telltale sign of rendering or encoding issues caused by certain video editing or compression software. The analysis confirms that a green line is present in the bottom left corner of multiple frames, including the earliest ones. This song strongly suggests that the video was edited or recompressed using software that introduced this artifact. If you need further verification, I can extract and show frames where the green line appears. Let me know how you'd like to proceed. And then it says you can clearly see a transparency issue with the photo of a real headshot of Sebastian. I mean, I'm no expert in this, guys, so I don't know. The one thing I did want to check out, though, was the video. Okay.
Start turning around. Come back this way. Come on, pedal, pedal, pedal.
Maybe I need to go down and then like
start turning around. Come back this way.
Then we can make it bigger.
Come on, pedal, pedal, pedal. Don't stop.
So to me, at first glance, this looks like Sebastian's
that's how you ride, man.
Neighborhood. Why do I say that?
All right, so turn around, come back.
Because of the mailboxes.
Keep pedaling, keep pedaling.
I used to live there. Not in this area, but I used to live.
There you go.
You know, like I said, 25 miles away. You don't see this often. Those kind of mailboxes. So I decided.
There you go. There you go.
I kind of looked at this a little bit more.
Around. Come back this way.
Looking at the houses.
Come on, pedal, pedal, pedal. Don't stop.
Okay, kind of. There's a white garage door couple of white
That's how you
garage.
ride,
They're
man.
all facing the street. Did you see that? All
All right, so turn around, come back.
all of them are facing the street. Let's look at Google Maps. And if we look at Street View, okay, so if he was standing, let me see if I can get closer here. Sure, it's not going to let me go to the side of the road, is it? Okay, but anyway, he would have been looking down this way, right? But look at all of the garages. They're all facing driveways, the garage doors. All the white garage doors are facing driveways all the way down this street. You see that? Ginger Girl pointed this out to me, that it didn't look like the neighborhood. And this is Sebastian's home. All of the garage doors are facing the driveways. When you go back to that video, let's look at it again.
We'll start turning around. Come back this way. Come on, pedal, pedal, pedal. Don't stop.
Garage doors are facing the street.
See? You keep it up. You do it. Keep doing it. And that's how you ride, man.
See?
All right, so turn around, come back. Come on, don't stop.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't sharing. Okay, can we see it now? All right, better, guys. Sorry about that. All right. So, this is Sebastian's home. First of all, there's a curve there. And so, okay, there's a curve there. Let's just look back on Google Maps. Not the same view, is it? Not at all. But not to mention that none of those, and that's the wrong way. If he's looking this way, yeah. The curve isn't that way. If he's standing here in his driveway, because you saw the mailbox, right? And he's looking to the right, there's no curve there. Not to mention that his mailbox is on the left-hand side of the driveway. But all of the garage doors face the driveway, not the road, all the way down. So I'll show you again. They all face the yards and the driveways all the way down. They do not face the street. None of them do. None of the driveways face the street or the garage doors. You see that? So that's not Sebastian. What he decided to do was to go up Kellen, because we know that he knew some people in Kellen, and looks like their mailboxes are the same way, right? But look at, there's that infamous house where corner of Stafford and Kellen. Okay. We've got the police officer's house blurred out for whatever reason he wants to do that. But you can see the RV and the shed. But here again, you've got all of the garage doors facing the yards, not the street. Facing the yards and the driveways, not the street. All the way up. I don't know if this is see, it's all the way up, guys. It's all the way up. Kellen. So this video might just be doctored like they're saying. You can see the green line down here at the bottom.
So start turning around. Come back this way.
This is not Sebastian's neighborhood.
Pedal, don't stop. See?
We can say things change, but
and that's how you ride, man.
Garages are not going to completely turn around,
right, so turn
sideways,
around,
guys.
Come on, don't stop. Keep it.
This video that Chris put out that makes him look like an incredible stepfather, that's not the, I can say for sure it's not Sebastian's neighborhood. Cheryl, you're always cooking. You make me so hungry. And Canine, you're making chocolate chip cookies. I had a banana nut muffin earlier. I love banana nut. Can you tell? Pam Frenchman, hello, hello. Oh, did that? There's no. Oh yeah, there is sidewalks there, isn't there?
There you go.
There sure is. On that whole one side.
Come on, you got it.
You're right. So, yes, AI said that there were issues with the video because of the green line at the bottom there. You can see it on the left-hand side if you look really close. Hungry people. Hello, Robin. So anyway, I don't remember I'm trying to think of the neighborhood that his parents live in Gallatin. I was going to look to see if they had the same mailboxes. I mean, I don't know. Let me look, Jackie O. I'm going back. Since Sebastian was younger in this vid, the Proudfoots have only lived in their current neighborhood for a couple years. Could the vid be from their old neighborhood? It could be. Do we know their address? They lived in White House, right? I think they lived in White House. And so, it could be. That's very possibly true. But, AI, and I don't know how good we can detect or trust that, but AI says that the face was overlaid and the video was edited because the green line's still showing. So I don't know. There are no ditches either. The grass lines are different. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you, Robin. Well, thank you for hitting the like button, everybody. Please make sure you do that. So Yeah, I wish I had an address, the White House address. I'll look at that, see if I can find it. But I mean, that is clearly something that when I played that, it at first glance you look at the mailboxes and it seems legit, right? You know. Yeah, I think he was just trying to make himself look good, but here's my thoughts, guys, and please tell me if you disagree with me. I want to know. Um, I feel that what he's putting out and that other video they're trying to push, um, it's all come a little bit too little, too late. I think that they now realize that the all eyes are on them as far as law enforcement. They don't care that our eyes are on them. They really don't care. But the fact that law enforcement's eyes are on them, I think they're running a little bit scared. So now Chris is trying to make himself look like a good man. Well, too little, too late. He already admitted his own admission that he beat Sebastian. There are 5 CPS reports that include him, and and he admitted to taking away his toys and throwing them away if Sebastian didn't clean the room to his liking. You agree, Pam? Yeah. So, he's doing all this, but it's really all for nothing. He might as well stop because it's all, especially if he isn't. I'm not saying this video is edited. I'm just saying if he is editing videos and trying to put them out there to make himself look good, he's only hurting himself. I mean, don't put out in today's technology, don't put out something that is edited. Oh my gosh. You're going to get caught. You may be going to get people like Granny who are going to play that video and say, I'm going to give you that. That, good for you, Chris, right? But then I turn around the next day and there's a question about it that has been it's been edited, and then I look a little bit closer myself at the neighborhood and I see, oh no, this isn't their neighborhood. Come on. And Jackie O says, absolutely too late. They're trying to paint a different picture, but we already know how they truly are. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he came out so strong, so defensive, angry in the beginning. He boasted about discipline, and he even recently put out a statement about discipline. The children nowadays, something to the effect that they don't know what, if you're not disciplining them, they're going to turn into delinquents. Something, I don't know, something along those lines. Fine. He believes in corporal punishment. That's his right, but it's not his right as a stepfather. I'm sorry, it's just not. To lay a hand on an autistic child, let alone any child. It's not his right. Why did he have to post a very old vid? Obviously, he doesn't have any current vids of him spending. Yeah, exactly. And you hear what the neighbors said, and what the neighbors said was within the last 2 years, because they've only lived there for 2 years. So that's more recent. Yeah, it's a very small bike. Yeah, definitely. And Robin says they're trying too hard. Yes, they are. They wanted to find a place for him to go because they didn't want him living with them. And that is drastic behavior for parents. Guys, I cannot even begin to imagine that. How do you give up on your child? Right? I know there are people in here that do not understand that concept. Two of my mods, for sure. Ginger and Canine, I know that neither one of you ever, for an instant, thought about giving up on your children. Ever. No matter what struggles you have with them. Right? You're going to give up on them? Want to put them in a home? Oh, but wait a minute. Katie didn't want him with Seth. And I believe that's why he's gone. Could be wrong. Hello, SRB. Good to see you. So, yeah, I am curious. I'd like to know. A real parent doesn't. That's right. They do not. Yep. Yeah. So these are not normal parents. They may have had some normal moments, like Katie's pictures with Sebastian when Sebastian was very little. Those were some normal moments of a mother and a son. And it was refreshing to see, right? Because we've all had this image in our minds of the TRH video of her with Sebastian. You know, so having seen those normal moments when he was little with her, that I'll admit that was refreshing to see. It makes you go, what happened, Katie? Right? What happened? How did you go from kissing that little baby to, I don't know, what did you do, Katie? She's the only one that can tell us. She was the last one with him, as far as we know. I agree with you, Ginger. Being a mom is the hardest job I have ever had. I agree. I agree with you 1,000,000%. It is the most difficult job, and I know I was not always right. I know that. I know that I failed in many ways, right? We all do. But I never failed in loving my children. I would never have given them up. Wouldn't have happened. Hi, guys. I thought the neighborhood he went missing from had a cul-de-sac. Yeah, that he went missing from had a cul-de-sac. Let's take a look. Let's go back. So, I mean, there's a cul-de-sac here. Yes, that was a cul-de-sac. At the end, they were at the beginning of the street, and the cul-de-sac is at the end. I have never seen a true mom in KP. Exactly. Um, I mean, if you think about it, and here's what I'm going to say, guys. Okay. Um, so she became the breadwinner because she was, in the Navy, right? Um, that's not that unusual, guys. I have a niece who, got married, had her child. She was in the Navy. So was her husband, but I think he got kicked out of the Navy. She's not with him anymore, but that's beside the point. But she would, I mean, she was overseas for part of the time. Like, she missed big sections of her child's life, right? But she still had a bond with her child. Okay. When she got out of the Navy, and she left her husband and all that, she had custody. And I mean, I helped babysit while she was working, that kind of thing. She had a bond with her little girl. Her girl is now a teenager. And so there is a difference. Moms who are in the military like that and are gone for months at a time, maybe even years at a time, can still bond with their children. So that is no excuse for Katie, in my opinion. I never actually thought of that correlation before, but it's absolutely true. Exactly, Pam. Yeah, I would never have left. Yes, exactly. God entrusts us to care for them. We may not do it right all the time, right? I don't know any mother who hasn't made a mistake, but if you love them, he's gone because CP didn't want to go to jail for abusing a special needs child. Yeah. Yeah, he thought Sebastian was refusing. And Chris did not know that until after Seth brought it up. So and so then Chris blamed Seth for not telling him. Well, you know, that's communication then. I'm like, whatever. So you mean to tell me then, Chris, that if Seth had told you that him and Sebastian had talked it out and Sebastian was okay, that maybe you wouldn't have gotten rid of Sebastian? That's kind of what I was getting out of that conversation. Yes, Robin. I know this has got to be heartbreaking for you. Um, yeah, yeah. And someday you'll see them again, Robin. It always bothered me that they could just take off. Yeah. Yeah, that is such abnormal behavior for parents of a missing child. It goes against the grain of everything, right? I mean, it just goes against everything. I know. I think it was awesome for Seth to give up his career plans, allow Katie to pursue her dreams of joining the military. That's love. Unconditional love, right? Is what it is. Yeah. So in the future, when anything comes out from from the obstacle side of things, I'm going to be checking it before I even show it again. Because, you know, I'm still curious. I do want to find out what their White House address was. So, and maybe maybe that will closely relate. I mean, I don't know, right? I just find it very strange that if this was a White House address, that's a different town than Hendersonville. Those mailboxes, guys, are not. They're not typical in neighborhoods like you see in Stafford Court. So this is another neighborhood where I see it again, and I find that very strange, right? So I don't know if it's maybe the same developer, which that could be, right? You could have the same developer that is doing this. Because honestly, I live there, so I know, right? I know that that's not normal. That's not usual. Yeah, they lived in White House. So here, let's see if I can. White House. Right up. So here is Hendersonville. Okay. Up here is White House. It's off of 65. And it's kind of halfway between Hendersonville and Portland, where I used to live. And guys, this looks like a long ways. It's not. From Hendersonville to Portland is like 25 miles. So it's not a long ways. And they used to live in White House. So, you know, that's why I'm thinking it might be the same developer, because you don't see those kinds of mailboxes everywhere. I know some men who want their women at home barefoot and pregnant, especially Southern men, mountain men. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. Me too, Robin. You've seen pics of their previous home? Yeah, I'm really, really curious. I mean, I am. I'm really curious as to what that address is. I bet. I wonder if we. No, I'm not going to do that online. I'll do that differently, because if I figure it out, I will share it tomorrow night. Sorry, I had to mute myself because I felt a sneeze coming on. Most of the time it is Rural Housing Edition. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I have a few, because those homes looked pretty expensive too in that video. I mean, it's of homes, guys.
Don't look down, look up. There you go. There you go. We'll start turning around. Come back this way. Come on, pedal, pedal, pedal. Don't stop. See? You keep it up, you do it, keep doing it. And that's how you ride, man. All right, so turn around, come back.
And you're right, guys. Did they say he was 5'10", Sebastian, now? Um, so that bike would be way too small for him. Oh, Karen, I understand. Yeah. 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 During this time, please be in prayer. We will completely understand if you're not here. That's totally understandable. Where did this video come from? It just came out within the last couple days. I showed it last night, and we talked about it, and I said, "Good for you, Chris. You were teaching Sebastian how to ride a bike. Good for you." Well, now there's questions about its authenticity. Um, they're saying that Sebastian's face was overlaid. I noticed that this neighborhood is not the one that he lives in now, which we're all now beginning to wonder maybe if it wasn't his old neighborhood. Um, it also says that because of the green lines at the bottom of the video, that proves that it has been edited. So, um, maybe Chris is just trying to make himself look good, which too little too late, as we've been discussing. Um, so Pam says KP doesn't want more children. She wants to live her best life without a child. I don't think she ever wanted any children. I think Seth begged her to keep Sebastian because she'd had abortions before Sebastian. I think Seth was the one that wanted Sebastian. That's why he got to name him. He was 5'5". Gotcha. Well, even at 5'5", that bike is too small. Yeah, they just moved to Stafford in 22, so 22, I think. Because that's when it showed it was sold. If I go to Zillow, it automatically comes up with 1008 Stafford Court. Um, and it showed it was sold. I don't know. Maybe if I open up the pictures, it'll say. I could have sworn it said that it was sold in, I want to say, June of 2022. Yeah, wrong. September 16th, 2022. Sold. And they paid less than 5% less than the asking price of $641,000. So, yeah. Interesting. Find out something new every day, right? But September 16th is when they signed on that home. 2022. And I'm 5'2", ginger girl. Uh, how can I tell it's edited? Let me show you the post. Okay. So it says, a green line in the bottom left corner of video can be a telltale sign of rendering or encoding issues caused by certain video editing or compression software. The analysis confirms that a green line is present, and you can see this green line down here, in the bottom left corner of multiple frames, including the earliest ones. This strongly suggests that the video was edited or recompressed using software that introduced this artifact. If you need further verification, I can extract and show frames where the green line appears. Let me know how you'd like to proceed. And they did this by AI. AI declares this video a flop. You can clearly see rendering issues around the said Sebastian's head. And so she says right here, you can clearly see a transparency issue with the photo of a real headshot of Sebastian rendering poorly into this falsified video. I am not an expert, so I can't clearly see anything. How about you guys? You can clearly see a transparency issue with the photo of a real headshot of Sebastian rendering poorly into this falsified video. Can you clearly see it, guys? Because I can't. No. No, this was Bentley Rovito, whoever that may be. Oh no, that's not that person, is it? Oh. Well, anyway, I mean, they're saying that I see that person's picture all the time, but I don't know. Yes, I mean, the FBI would have no problems analyzing that, right? Yeah, right. Um, I see that too. I see a square. You can see that here. Let me, right here, right? I do see that. Me too, Pam. Me too. So, yeah, yeah. Which is odd. If I mean, because think about it, guys. He talks throughout this whole video. So if he did this overlay and all this other stuff to make it look like Sebastian, and then he had to take the time to talk over it. So he put a lot of effort into this video if it is bogus. Yeah. As far as I know, he hasn't said anything. He's been pretty quiet outside of things. I mean, I know he pops into different chats once in a while, but he doesn't say anything, which is probably a good thing now that he's talking with law enforcement, right? I wouldn't want him to give something up that he shouldn't be. Oh no. You fell in a deep rabbit hole last night looking into throwaway children in the US. It was depressing. Yeah, I'll bet. I'm sorry I got you into that rabbit hole because we brought it up in our live last night, didn't we? About throwaway children. We had never realized that that was a thing. Yeah, I think it's part of the case, though, Canine. Why is he trying to make himself look good? What's the purpose behind it, right? It doesn't help us find Sebastian. You're right. It doesn't. But it will be part of the case eventually. Guys, this video that we're looking at right now, this could be part of a court case eventually. You know? But anyway, let's get to what I wanted to talk about. My son is out there. Chris says there's nothing out there. Who's right? Who's wrong? Let's see what Mike the Man has to say.
So, let's get right to it, people. I'm Mike the Man, and I welcome you to my channel. So, I'm trying to be positive as I can, because I know that my son is out there. So that makes you positive to know that he's out there. And mind you, even the small mistakes don't need to be mistakes. I'm trying to be positive as I can. This all needs to be noted, because I know that my son is out there. You know your son is out there. He's not with you. And out there, what does it mean? Out there alive or not alive?
It's a good point. That's what I was just thinking. You know he's out there. Well, of course he's out there. But where out there, Katie, is he? Right? Is he still with us? Is he not? Where is he? So that's a really easy statement for her to make at this point in time. I know he's out there. We could all say that, couldn't we? We know he's out there.
And out there in the stars, out there on Earth, what exactly do you mean? Remember what Seth said, kids don't go poof. He's somewhere. That's a little bit closer. Now she does again. And she reheats. She reuses. And
So guys, we learned this before, okay? So what does her signify? Do you remember? It means she is going to get back to her script. Her deep breath, her exhale, back to script.
order script. I struggle. The struggle continues. And it's easy for her to use a term because she does struggle. She really struggles to find words, and she also struggles to keep things together. It is a struggle. It costs a lot of energy to lie, people. Why do you think she's not at the vigil? Why? Because people will talk to her. And I'm not talking about people who will necessarily be accusatory, but it is actually a lot harder. It can be a lot harder to handle people or to keep from saying the wrong thing when people are on your side and they let you talk. That's actually the most, You know how they say, give them enough rope to hang themselves. And this is what this church lady has been doing. That's exactly what she's been doing. And no, she doesn't know it. She looks at the positive in people. She cannot imagine. She can't imagine when she hears some of the things that people say. She just cannot allow her mind to go there, where she thinks, yes, maybe she had something to do with it. This is part of her, who she is, part of her belief, that she cannot allow herself to let this type of, let's just use the word evil loosely, because good and, we don't want to get stuck in any type of box, because like I say, sometimes the bad guy didn't do it, sometimes the so-called good guy did it. So good and evil, yeah, it's not the concept is dangerous in statement analysis. So it's always good to assume they're telling us the truth and then to let them talk us out of it. And they are doing it again and again.
You went off on a tangent there, but I wanted to say, number one, he needs a soundproof room. I don't know what is out there around him, or if he has a window open or what's going on, but he needs a soundproof room. Secondly, it makes sense. Katie struggles with saying the right thing. So that's why she doesn't talk much, guys. That is so true. Canine, yeah, I do that too. I have series that I like to watch, and so I'll watch them again and again. um, that have years of, so I'll go back and rewatch things, or I'll watch a movie, and I do that every night, honestly, because I have to get my mind off of it all. Yeah, I don't know if I could cope. I'd be a basket case. She does always look tense when Seth just looks exasperated when talking. You mean Chris looks exasperated? Or I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're saying, SRB. Yes. Yeah, she always looks really tense. This time, honestly, it looked like she could have a stroke to me at any moment, as red as she was. He's in his bathroom. Hey, that is not that off base. There are a lot of YouTubers who started out in their bathroom because the acoustics are good. And the lighting is good. I bet you didn't know that. Pam Frenchman. Yeah, I had to get away from true crime for a while. It was consuming my life. Yeah. Yeah, it can and it doesn't. It's very dark, right? You have to have a good balance, right? You have to have a good balance, because if you don't, it's going to take over. It's going to, I always encourage everybody, even if you need to take a break. Sometimes I'll take a break. You think about it, for most of the time, I'm putting out 2 videos a day at least, right? And so I'm living it pretty much, but I do every night. When I'm done here, I may look at a few things here or there, but I kick back and, I watch a movie or one of my series or something, and that's what I do. It's my escape out of all the darkness. Why would you ever leave food and blanket outside your house for Sebastian? How about a note on the door saying, "Let yourself in, son, you know the code." I agree with you, Karen. And did she really? I mean, I'd like to see pictures. If a neighbor saw that, why didn't they take a picture of it? Right? No, I didn't start here in the bathroom on my YouTube thing. But I used to sell Color Street with my sister, and we used to do live streams, and they weren't that often. And we did them in my bathroom. But you wouldn't know it was my bathroom because it was my sister bought one of those backgrounds that you hang on the wall. So, yeah. So I did. And yes, but I didn't have the equipment set up that I have now. I was using my computer mic, my computer camera. It wasn't great. So yes, I guess I did, in a way, start in the bathroom. There you have it. Granny started in the bathroom. And Melissa says she watched craft videos, ranking food videos, stuff not related. Good for you. Everybody needs an out, right? When I need a good laugh, I watch this UK guy's reaction shorts. He's the best. Is it that Scottish guy? SRB? There's one Scottish guy that is funnier than all get out. I love him. Watch Bridge Over Madison County with Clint Eastwood. That's an oldie but goodie. You have a ton of sets. Mine was colorful, mostly purple. My sister knows purple's my favorite color, and so yeah. Oh, Pam, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you, SRB. I appreciate that. Yeah, no drama here. The drama can get. I tell you guys, it can get triggering, frustrating, angering. I mean, you name it. I cannot watch that stuff. I just can't. Even if I'm really wanting to see what they're up to, I can't stay there for very long. I just can't. It's too hard. Yeah, go ahead, SRB. Purples and pinks, yeah. Pam, you're stuck on black and white movies lately. Gotcha. Aw, that's awesome. Well, both of you, SRB and Pam, you're both awesome ladies, I can tell. And blessed to have you here. But yeah, go ahead and share that creator's name. It's fine. We can promote someone not of this genre. Robert Sales. Okay, no, I don't know him. Okay. I know that there is an Irish guy who he does all kinds of stuff. Some of those weird tongue twister sayings. He'll get on, and Scottish accent. It's not easy to say some of those tongue twisters, so he'll try to say those, and then he'll try to he'll get on. People will send him snacks from their country, and he'll say American snacky snacks, and the way he says it, Scottish accent. I can't even imitate it, but yeah, he's fun. Another one that I like to watch is a husband and wife duo, Team Balmert. They are so funny. They're always trying to do different things. And they're just funnier than all get out. They're falling all over each other, and her laugh is contagious. And so, oh, your daughter watches him. Yeah. Yeah, he's funny. He's really funny. I don't even know his name, honestly. I haven't, it's not like I follow him, but he comes up in my feed all the time. So then I end up watching him. Yeah. But okay, so let's continue on here. We always
In every single interview. And by the way, if you guys, somebody has sent me a 3.5 hour video of Chris Proudfoot on some YouTube live, and he requested to be on there. If I can analyze it, I'd be more than happy to do it if you give me a timestamp and tell me a little bit what I'm about to expect, because as you can see, this is only 2 or 3 minutes of talking, maybe 4. But how long it takes to really analyze this. So if you guys can do me a favor, if you have listened to it,
somebody sends him 3.5 hours video and says, analyze this for me, right? Because he's right. Look at how long it takes him to go through just a few minutes here.
No matter what podcast, no matter who runs it, no matter what, if it's Chris or Katie Proudfoot on there, or both of them, if anything stands out, any parts specifically, I will get to it immediately. Just let me know briefly, okay, she stated such and such, and then I may even connect it to something that I'm now discussing, or I'm about to discuss from a newer interview. So thank you guys for your help. I struggle. There are 3 things that she keeps on saying. Bring him home is actually more than 3. It's 4 or 5. But the bring him home, I struggle, and to be honestly. And then there is always just. And just, whenever she says, I just, that means she's stuck. And it could be even assigned to Chris. Now it's your turn. I'm sure they've discussed this. And I'm sure she doesn't want to bump him in the knee or something. She just look at him and say, but he knows her. And he knows that when she says, I honestly, I didn't understand how, he knows, okay, now it's my time to come in and be my confident self and just say actually a bunch of nonsense that I've already said, and that'll only get me deeper into the mud or quicksand or whatever. Okay, she says, I struggle to find words. Yes, you do, to describe. Now, what does she struggle to find words with? To describe how it feels anymore. And you're talking about trying to be positive, okay. Anymore. What changed it now? Are you exhausted? Are you tired? You can't describe how it feels. Well, try. You spend so much energy telling us how hard it is, but you won't stop talking. For somebody who's struggling to find words, you're using an awful lot of words.
That's a really good point. For somebody who's struggling to find words, who's using an awful lot of words. That is so true, Canine. That is so true. People do not understand the kind of work that goes into this. What he's doing, and I mean, even just doing a YouTube video, right? It's not just a matter of jumping on. You're constantly looking for content. And like he said, 3.5 hours. Who has that kind of time to sit, right, and to watch? Who wrote what? You just threw away all your notes and papers from the cases you covered. I don't take notes. I haven't. I have a problem that when I take notes, I write extensively. I don't just write bullet points because I'm afraid I'm going to forget something. And so I write extensively. And I did this in my very few beginning videos. Had everything written out, and I would forget where I was, and it would fluster me, right? And finally, I realized enough, you know. um, what I have started doing is who wrote this letter? Oh, no, he's going over a video that they talked about. These are statements from their video. That's what he's talking about. Things that they had said in their video. The one thing that I was interested in was how he said, and I don't remember him saying this, but I want to know if it's true. Chris said, "That's tough to say. I mean, it was the largest manhunt in Tennessee history for a child and absolutely zero evidence. There's nothing out there." Was it the largest manhunt in Tennessee history? I mean, I don't know. Or is he just embellishing? Has anybody else heard that? Anywhere else besides Chris? Has anyone else heard? I mean, wouldn't you think that news channels would say that if that was the case? That it was the biggest manhunt in Tennessee history for a child? Wouldn't you think that news channels would say that? Yes, RB, let me know. Because I've never heard that. And I don't know. Maybe I tuned Chris out, I guess. I think a part of me does. I don't remember him saying that. He must have, because Mike has it written down. But it that just surprised me, right? Embellishing. Exactly, Sammy. That's what I think. And hello, good to see you tonight. That's what I think. He likes to brag. Chris likes to brag. And why is he bragging? You heard him saying that. Well, here's my thing. Why is he bragging? Because it's something he had a hand in? He outsmarted everybody because of all the doggone cameras out there. Now he's bragging that there is zero evidence. There's nothing out there. Well, Chris, we have news for you. There is evidence. You just don't know it. Law enforcement does. You know, I do remember that in relation to the Summer Wells case. That's right. Yeah. Hello, factory girl. He also described the various types of equipment used. Yeah, he did. The search for Dennis Martin in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in 1969 was the largest search for a missing child in Tennessee history. There you go. Another lie for Chris Proudfoot in the books. Oh my gosh. We just caught another lie. Wow. But seriously, why is he bragging? Chris is a bragger, guys. We know that. Why is he bragging about this? Because he had a hand in it. And he thinks he's outsmarted LE. Okay, Pam, you have a good night. Yeah. You know, that keeps them from finding all the evidence that they need, though, Melissa. We're getting pretty good at figuring out his statements that are wrong. All of us in Sebastian's army, we're pretty good at that. Notable, yes, notable. Well put. Oh, they did search many more miles for Sebastian, according to Google. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Not to mention that there are people out there who their miles that they put on, like CJ and Silvers, Terry Lynn, others who have searched, and those miles aren't recorded, right? So, yeah. I find it really interesting that he thinks, and he's trying to convince us that there's nothing out there. And Katie said the same thing. There's zero evidence, right? They're wrong, guys. Tony and Seth said it. There is evidence out there. Law enforcement has evidence. They knew what was going on within days. They're just building their case, and they're trying to find Sebastian. It's an interesting search, huh? SRB? Yeah. Yeah, he's another distraction, for sure. He is. But it's in trying to find the evidence that, you know, we are only looking at what law enforcement looks at, guys. This is how they examine. They've taken all these courses for statement analysis and behavior analysis. And that's the way that they look at these interviews, guys, the way we're trying to look at them. Because they are trying to build their case. They're trying to look to see if there's any clues on where Sebastian might be. You know, I know my son is out there, right? Sooner or later, somebody's going to talk. You think about it, guys. And I saw something. Oh, I don't know if any of you watch Super Steve. I watched him today. Sometimes he's out there and sometimes he's really good. Today he was really good. And he said, $397,000 reward. And I was like, oh, but wait, yeah, because they did say that was on top of the 50,000 that FBI put out there. So at night, Dog and Nick, 347,000, and then 50,000 from FBI. That's almost $400,000, guys, for a reward. Somebody is going to talk soon. They've got to. They've got to. And the only reason they haven't, I believe, is because it's a close-knit group. I also think that there are some powerful players involved. And I'll just put out another little teaser there. You're going to want to be at our members only live on the 15th of this month, 2 o'clock p.m. Central, because we're going to look at key players in Sebastian's case along with another case in the same area. So set that date aside, guys. Jackie O, you watch Subaru Steve. He's fun. He's kind of fun. A little different, but he's fun. All right, SRB. We'll see you later. So I did want to go over my grannyism for today. Belief is knowing what you believe. Conviction is knowing why you believe it. And I was thinking about that when I was thinking about what Jennifer said earlier, right? How she stated that what she believed. Let's just go over there. So she said, I will never support someone I believe abused Sebastian. So this is her belief, right? All these things are her belief. So this is her conviction, right? And she's standing on it. And I agree with all of this as well. So when we talk about belief and conviction, we have a belief, and because of that belief, and we know why we believe it, it becomes a conviction. And so I just thought that was kind of interesting because I was really analyzing Jen's statement today, right? And I agree with it wholeheartedly. I can't support someone who has abused an autistic child. I can't. That's my belief. That's my conviction. I just can't. So that's all I really had for you guys tonight. I want to thank you all for being here. Please hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications when we're live. Set aside the 15th, okay, for the members only. If you're not a member, become a member because you're not going to want to miss this. All right? Thank you, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.